Welcome to the 19th hole. We are at my house today.
Yeah, it was a little bit late and we had to get home from St Leonard's, so we thought we'd film it this week at home.
So before we get into the St Leonard's golf course, which I'm pretty keen to talk about, I get asked this question a lot and I see it around a lot, and we have to cover it off. LIV Golf.
I love it.
Do you give your thoughts first and I'll give mine?
I like it. I think it's about time. Well, PGA have had it too easy for too long. They've had no competition. I mean, we used to have competitions in Australia, now all of a sudden there's no competitions in Australia. They're all, you know, no pros coming to Australia. I like the idea. I think it's a great idea. Who cares where the money comes from?
Yeah,
to be totally honest with you. Like, to me, yes, okay, yeah, there are issues behind that, but it's a good thing, and the crowds that are going are actually proving that it's actually a good thing, and the fans want it. So,
yeah, see, I'm a bit of two minds. It's annoyed me for a long time that the PGA has just basically dominated the world golf. That when I was a kid, there used to be 7, 8, 9 tournaments over the Australian summer, and all the top players used to come here, and it's just all gone.
Yeah.
Like, there's no tour other than the PGA Tour. The DP World Tour is kind of like your secondary now, because it's partly owned by the PGA Tour, and it frustrated me that none of the top players in the world would leave America, and they say they're
unless they go and play in Scotland for the Open, that's it.
Yeah, well, this is not
even then they didn't like it.
That's one of the things that I was going to say, but it really annoys me about Rory and JT and all that, and they're saying, well, you chose to go to LIV Tour, so you can't come play on the PGA Tour anymore. But those guys go over to like Scotland, for example, and play the DP World Tour. So why are they allowed to go from the PGA Tour to the DP Tour, but you're not allowed to go from LIV to the PGA? Like,
the only thing I can think of, it's the same. Like you say, the PGA have got a bit to do with the DP. So they're like, yeah, no, that's fine. You can go and play on that one. Oh, we've got nothing to do with that. No, you can't touch that.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think it's a jealousy thing.
Yeah, I was where the PGA let themselves down, I reckon, is they have a tournament every week, right? Pretty much every week throughout the year. And there's a lot of these small tournaments with lesser known fields and stuff like that. Is why can't they, instead of having those tournaments, bring some to Asia, bring it to Australia, bring it to and move the PGA Tour around the world and share the game with the world?
Yeah.
I'd
love to see like Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy tackle 13th beach course.
Oh yeah,
you know, it would be insane. Yeah, okay, there's not a lot of room for you to actually go and see every hole out there, but I'd love the golf to be back at Royal Melbourne, Huntingdale. These places.
I miss the Masters too.
Yeah, like I remember running around chasing. I think we chased Sergio Garcia. We were in there one day when we were younger. He was winning it.
I watched Tiger there once.
It was brilliant. Loved it, but. Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, from a purely golf point of view, I think the more golf we can spread to the world, the better. So, PGA Tour, suck it up for now. The game is more than just America. Having said that, I do have reservations about the Saudi money, and I understand where people are coming from with that, because it is tainted money, and they have got a horrible human rights record. But then a lot of countries do. Yeah. And a lot of money goes into, like, the DP World Tour plays all through the Middle East, and there's records there. America itself has got a bad record with Guantanamo Bay and all sorts of stuff. So, but the fact that it's from the government, I think, is the part where people have taken real umbrance to, is that the government are paying for this tour as opposed to it being through like a company or something like that.
Here's a question then. If the FBI, because apparently they're the world's biggest organisation of terrorism, and that according to some people, but if they pay for the PGA Tour, would you feel the same?
Well, but they're not. That's the difference.
No, that's exactly it. They're not. But like you say, every country in the world, like even Australia, like we had bad crap happen in Australia. Yeah, okay, we've moved on sort of moved on from it. But I don't think.
What I did find was in distaste was that when they were asking Greg Norman about the human rights record, and they're talking about the beheadings and stuff like that, and he came out and just said, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was like, what are you going to do? It's done. Like, I just feel like if he'd take a strong stance and say, like, I fully disagree with beheadings or whatever, like the human rights record, I'm here for the golf and the golf alone. That's more of a moral stance. But the fact that he sort of just went, it's no big deal, like that to me, like, it's poor.
In all seriousness, I mean, we don't know what he got told by his media manager to say.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably his own life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not so much that. I mean, they may have said, listen, this is what's being said in media. If they ask questions about that, shrug it off, go to something else.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen interviews where they've talked to people that are on the LIV Tour and they're like, oh, you know, so do this, about this, about that. And one guy actually turned around and said, why don't you ask me how I'm playing? I'm coming second at the moment. Like, he had 20 questions thrown at him about money, and not once did someone say, and this guy, I can't remember where he's from. He's just, you know, a young bloke that had been offered probably $1 million to go and play a tournament. And, you know, he's coming second at that stage when that tournament had Dustin Johnson and all these guys, you know, all big names in it. And they're like, well, how about you ask me about me golf, not how much money I got offered to come and play here. Like,
purely from a golf point of view, I think I'll go, if it's in Sydney or Melbourne, wherever it ends up being, I think we'll go to it.
Oh.
I want to watch Dustin Johnson. I want to watch Brooks Koepka and maybe Cam Smith and Adam Scott if they end up going up in it. And that I want to see these players. So from a pure golf point of view, but the structure, you know, how it's got the shotgun start. I kind of think they're going to have to give away that shotgun start at some point because
they're going to get too many people on there.
Exactly. There's only 18 holes.
Yeah.
And we're going to have like a group of 3 or 4. Eventually, you're going to run out of field.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah, maybe that might be the way they go.
I've
often actually wondered that. Like, what do they do if they get? Or are they just going to cap it at that size? And
I don't like the idea of that. But the other thing I like when you go to the golf, like if you've ever been to a golf tournament in Melbourne, is that you can go down there. You can get there at like 10 in the morning, and say in the early morning shifts, you might have like a big name player, let's say Tiger, for example. He's playing in the morning. You can walk around with him and follow him around for his 4 hours of tournament, and then you can roll over to an afternoon player and go watch someone else, like Rory play the back, like the other half of the round, and actually follow players around and get to see the whole round. In the LIV style tour, if you're actually at the course, you may see him for a hole. Like you might camp yourself, say, at the 15th hole and just sit there and watch them for a hole. Yeah,
but you can move around at that though. You don't just sit there.
Yeah,
you can actually walk around.
But at the same time, you got to pick one. You know what I mean? Like if you want to follow Tiger in the morning, well, Rory's done at the same time, so you can't follow him. So from that point of view, I don't like it. It's more designed for TV by the looks of it, and I hate that stupid.
I think it's more like the party. The scoreboard doesn't annoy me. I know.
Yes, I hate that stupid scoreboard.
And it's more like, I mean, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, when you know, hole 16th at the WM Waste Management in Phoenix, they built the surround around it, and it started getting loud, and then the purists were like, it's not golf, it's the worst thing for golf, what are they doing, why aren't they throwing these people out? A dude got a hole in one the other way, and the beer can, empty beer and everything got thrown on. No one batted, oh, how good is this for golf? How good is this for golf? This is what the LIV Tour does. They do it every hole though. Like, so why? What's the difference?
Yeah, I do enjoy that whole.
I think it's brilliant. And like, if I had money, if I had the chance to actually go to that tournament, I'd be wanting to sit there. But they were also queuing up at 2 o'clock in the morning when the gates opened at 8.
That's the thing. I want to go experience it for a day. It depends on why you're going to golf. Like, are you going to get pissed and have a laugh with your mates, or are you going to actually watch the golf and follow them around the course? Yeah. Like, it really depends on what you're trying to do there. But yeah, I think innovation's a great thing in golf, and it's
moving forward.
Yeah,
we're catching up with the newer times. We're gone past, and this brings back to the old. Why do the golfers have to wear long pants and shit like that? Why do the caddies have to wear overalls at Augusta? Like, it's stuff from back when the world. Okay, it might have been. It was a good world, but I mean, back in the time when they had the overalls at Augusta, I believe, were there because the caddies used to be coloured and they didn't want them to see the colour or some weird thing like that.
I don't know what the record is there, but I don't understand that either. No, someone else might be able to tell us the truth behind that.
Yeah, if you know the exact reason why, let us know. But every time I've Googled, I come up with different answers.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different things. Like, I mean, night golf. I've written an article on our website about.
Oh, I'd love to see a tournament. There's one in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. They play it at night time. It's on an Asian tour. They play. There's like 40 people. They tee off in the afternoon and play at night time. Yeah, because it's too hot to play during the day.
Yeah, and but aesthetically it looks amazing. Like you see this ball fizzing into the night sky. You can actually see it. Like whereas now you need the tracer to be able to see the ball. At night you can see it. It looks wicked, and the crowd can come along, and it can be prime time on television. Like, there's heaps of benefits to the night idea. Yeah. But I feel like golf needs a bit of a rocket up itself to sort of say, hang on,
is it golf or is it just a PGA? It looks like people from golf are actually trying to do something. Like I saw the interview with Greg Norman. He went and watched, I think it was a President's Cup when it was in Australia. And he goes, this and the camaraderie and the team and you know, how everyone was cheering around. He goes, this is what golf should be like. And this is why he wanted to do what he's doing. He goes, golf needs this. And I honestly believe golf, this eventually, let's face it, this is the first year they've had, what, 3 tournaments?
Yeah, 2, I think.
2 tournaments. So it's new.
Oh, 3 maybe. Yeah, maybe 3.
It's new. Give it a year or 2 to run. All the kinks and everything to work themselves out, and no one will be talking like this.
I'm not sold on the team's idea. because I don't know that
I wasn't until I watched it.
Yeah, but there's so many teams. Like, you got 4 players per team. You got you have 10 teams in a thing. It's like I don't really have any attachment to those teams.
Yeah.
That's like Team Australia. Then I'd probably be interested.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, especially if we were on it.
They'd be losing.
No, not with your magic stick.
Or no, bladed in the last round.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, Louis. I when the last one I watched, I sat up and watched it. I was having a few stomach issues, and I sat up fairly late and watched it. And they got to the end, and I think everyone went around. I can't remember what team it was, but everyone went around under the card.
Yeah.
Except for one golfer, and the commentator said, "So who's buying the drinks?" He goes, "I was the only one over the pass, so these boys are all drinking on me tonight." You know, like he goes, and they're all just patting each other on the back and they're high fiving. And I thought, that's great. You don't see enough of that. You don't see enough of that when you're actually playing. Like, okay, they might have a lot of fun and they have a yarn when they're having practice rounds, but you never actually see them do it in a proper tournament. Except for on the LIV Tour.
I also don't understand why it's only 3 rounds. I do enjoy the 4 rounds.
I think that's because they want to get it over and done with. Because a lot of people complain it goes for too long.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, and let us know if you're like me, but when I sit there, when I've got time to sit there and watch a golf tournament, I'm like a pig in shit. And I can watch as much as ever. Like when the British Open was on, I actually had COVID at the time, so I could sit down at it was like 6:37 in the evening, and I was watching it until 2 or 3 in the morning, and there was no ads on Foxtel, so it was just the entire run through on the feature groups, and it was just like I couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah.
And for me, with the LIV Tour, it's like 4 hours done.
Yeah.
And you go, oh well, I want more.
Yeah. You're just starting to get a thirst with the beer and in your case the Coke, and it's over. It's all said and done. I think they play for about 5 hours, all up.
Anyway, that's our thoughts on LIV. I'd love to know your thoughts. It's so divisive. We did a poll on our channel, and 50% of people are sick of hearing about it. The other 50%
are really I'm sick of hearing about it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to just get it done. We've talked about it now, and if anyone wants to know our thoughts on it, you can come back and
I'm going to grab that ball over there. If you talk about it again today, I'm throwing it at you.
It's like Corona. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. That's another word we're not allowed to say.
We did play a game of golf.
We did. We played St Leonard's Golf Course.
The original.
The original and the new.
Part of the new.
So, if you're wondering what we're talking about and you haven't actually seen our footage, go back and watch our review of it. But basically, the way I see it is money's got in and they're taking over the course, and I don't know the actual truth behind it. If someone can actually tell us how it actually happened. But St Leonard's was a nice small little coastal town on the bay, in between Port Arlington and Queenscliff. And all of a sudden it just started booming, like with everyone moving down from Melbourne and Torquay and all these, Ocean Grove have gotten bigger now. Port Arlington's gotten, Point Lonsdale's even, all these places are all getting bigger. It was inevitable that, St Leonard's was going to happen. Where they're putting the new estate is right where the golf course is, and one of the holes are that par 5. It's a massive, it's just dog legs all the way around, but it's only 300 metres.
Because they've moved the green.
They've moved the green that far forward because of the housing estate. There's holes that are shorter now. That are because of it. A couple of shots, the tees are in different places, and you're actually hitting across different fairways, and it's. I think money's gotten in there, and that someone's with a lot more money said, "Nah, look, there might be only a small membership group there. Doesn't matter. We'll give you this money."
I don't know how it happened, but
in saying that, the news side, wow.
Well, that's what I was about to say. We had a lot of comments when we put the post up early in the week, and it was on the St Leonard's Facebook page. So go follow them, and they were talking about how they're sad and they want to try and save it. And I think the deal's done, so it's too late now.
Yeah.
But I look at it and I'm super excited.
The news side looks so good.
I know. I walked out and I was like, instantly. So the other old course is kind of closed in, and you can see some of the greens have been let go a little bit because obviously they're focusing on the new side of the course. And it's like I feel like you need to move on from that and just focus on what you got over the road here, because it looks awesome. And I love, and I'll show a bit of over top now because we had a look at one of the greens that wasn't open yet. I love the expansive design. I love it. Feels more like a links course, and the opportunity there to put like some really wicked looking greens and big bunkers and water. And
we played like that second hole, the second hole when I chipped it in for bogey because I hit a really bad tee shot. It was a par 3.
Oh, on the old track?
Yeah, on the old track. The green was tiny. It was like the size of this little pool area here that we're in. It was tiny. The par 3s on the course, they're actually bigger courses, but god damn the swale. Like, I actually aimed, I landed short because I read the sign wrong and thought I was hitting off the white markers, not the black ones, which were 80 metres further back. But And so I took the wrong club up onto the tee. I landed short, but there was a massive hill in front of me, and I thought if I slam my ball into that, I'm rolling up next to the hole, and it did.
Yeah.
It was just perfect, but it looked so good. The only, like I say, the only downer is it is still new, and the grass is a bit long, and it's a bit rough to putt on and that. But
well, I saw on the website that they're talking about anyone can go down. I think it's on Wednesdays, and it said you can go down and volunteer and help out for a day building the new course. So if you want to be part of a new course, and they're putting 9 holes there. But they said 27 different tees, so you can get a different look at the greens. And I think some of them are quite drastically different. So you might say a par 3 or a par 4, depending on where the tee is. If you want to get involved and go down and help shape a golf course, there's a real great opportunity there. And it's $20, so it's really great value. These little courses really need people's help. And that's in a fantastic location if you like holidaying. That's I can't think of a better spot to go down and visit.
There's an awesome boat ramp there. You can take your boat down. Go and have a game of golf when it's too windy, when the wind gets up during summer, like in the summer, and in the morning you get out in the water and take the family out and go fishing. There's an awesome boat, and there's an awesome pier there. The pub there they serve fantastic meals. I've had a meal there before at the pub in St Leonard's. They've got great meals in there. It's an awesome little town. It's just like I said, it's booming. I love my coastal towns, and I love the way coastal towns used to be back in the 80s and 90s. Those small little towns, and I love going down along the Great Ocean Road because those towns down there haven't built too much. They're still smallish. Like you go to Port Campbell and it's all built in that little valley. It is changing, but it's all built in that little valley. Where Torquay, when I first started surfing and coming up from Port Fairy and Torquay in the 90s, was a small little town. There's a gravel road to Point Danger. Now there's a big bitumen road. You can do a loop right around the whole thing. You couldn't do that. You had to drive up or walk up. It was awesome. But now, it's just too busy down there.
Well, what I did enjoy was, so we've done the old course now, and the signature hole was the, I want to say the 4th hole.
Yep.
It's a little par 4. We're going to show that to you now. But what's great is we're going to go back when they finish the new course and do another signature hole there. So that's going to be fun.
It is.
Check out the signature hole now. Signature hole time. We're at the St Leonard's Golf Course. This is what hole are we on? The 4th hole. It's a 238 metre par 4, which you think yourself that's a really easy hole, but there is absolutely nothing down the left to aim at. It's all just trees. And as you can see, the right's looking pretty much equally the same. So it's a very, very narrow gap. I have so far lost 2 balls hitting them out off into the bush. So of course, what am I going to do? Go on the driver. Oh, whack. That's gone right at it, slightly right.
That is
on. Damn good result. So, I was literally just saying to Damien before the round that I've never actually had an eagle on any course I've ever played. I've been close a lot of times, had a lot of putts for eagle, made a lot of birdies, but never an eagle. This green's not in the best condition, so it looks to me it's got a slightly light to left to right even, roll about it, but a little bit of hit and hope with this. But if this rolls in, you'll see one happy man. Just didn't hit it. Had the line, just didn't hit it.
It was a good effort. Oh no.
So when I walked up to that tee, and I had a look, I mean, to me, it looked like a signature hole to start with, so we kind of said that's a good hole. But
it just looks so, like, from the tee, it looked like if you went left or right, you were absolutely dead.
That's what I was about to say. I got very lucky with the tee shot because it was at 230 metres and I landed on the green, but I mean, during summertime, I probably would have airmailed the green with the ball, potentially. I hit 250, 260 in the summer when it's warmer and the roll, but it could have easily gone dead and dead. Like my first tee where I hit it out, or later on when I hit it in the water. There's plenty of examples of where I hit it the wrong pot. So
yeah, I mean, your first drive, we didn't even go look for that ball. It was over the road somewhere. We had no idea where it went.
There's a few F-bombs that came out after that too.
The trace, I actually made that look a little bit better with the trace on what it was. It didn't just go over the trees, it went Like my one went like this. No, they actually went, yeah. But you can't make the trace go like that because it just doesn't want to do that. It's weird. I don't know how to do it. I'll figure it out one day.
Doing your own lines.
Yeah. But no, it was a great little hole. I was shattered. I hit the tree. I had
lucky,
it.
though.
I got lucky because it landed in the middle of the fairway. But I mean, I only teed up with my 3-wood too.
Yeah.
So I was hoping just to get one up nicely and just run it down there and hopefully do the same as what you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, the old course was really good, and there were a lot of short holes on it, and it was tight and narrow. But I do like the new style of the new course. The way it's going to be with the open course and links and a bit of water on there and long. It's going to be long. Like there's some par 4s on there that are pushing 450 metres. Like it's massive.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. You guys noticed we're wearing these new hats.
Our shirts didn't come.
I know, we wanted to show you a new shirt, but these are, I don't know if you can see it there, these are available to buy on our website now. We've got a shop on our website at treadhamgolf.com.
You don't have to get these colours either, you can get other ones.
There's other colours there. The word treadhamgolf.com is not on the ones that you can buy in the store, just because we bought this just for ourselves as a sampler, but the Treadham Golf logo is a bit logo, so bit bigger on the hats, so get out there and have a look at those. You guys said you were
very comfortable.
Yeah, they're nice quality hats. There is t-shirts on there too, the Treadham Golf t-shirts, but we've also got our own design, a whack fuck t-shirt that we actually came up with together, which we're very proud of our own sort of little creation.
We've got a heap more. Like I was going through a few different sites, I guess, and I've come up with a lot of different puns and things like that we're going to use too soon. Yeah. So.
But head over to treadhamgolf.com and there's a button up top that says shop, Treadham shop.
Yeah.
And in the menu, you can click on that and go view what we have for sale. These are $29 and the t-shirts are on sale at $24. So we don't actually make much money out of them. It's more of we just wanted to have some merchandise, so we put our badge on it. So if you guys want
to you guys.
Yeah. But speaking of the website, we have put a lot of work into that website of late. So please go check out treadhamgolf.com because we've added to the top of the first page is world news from Golf Digest and ESPN. All
any golf news you want to know is on our webpage.
Exactly. So
it's all there. Like, you don't have to worry about going anywhere and looking. Every company's there.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Is trying to bring the golf news together in one place, so you can go view treadhamgolf.com and see all the latest news from different places.
And it's real time too. Like if you go on in the morning and then a story comes out during the day, it'll be on there that afternoon.
Yeah, and honestly, I've been finding myself going there to look at the latest golf news. And also, as a side benefit, it's got all of our videos further down the page too, where you can go view our latest videos if you missed those. And
it's got some good ads on it. A couple of times I've actually gone on and go, oh, Super Sandy, nice. And I've clicked on that ad just because I've finally got myself a new 4-wheel drive and I need to buy things. So I've been doing some window shopping.
There's a section on there for course reviews, a section for signature holes, a section for the 9th hole. There's an About Us page which has a course map with all the courses we reviewed. Overlaid sort of over Australia, and our target to get to 10,000 Facebook followers and YouTube subs and all that. So we put a ton of work into treadhamgolf.com. So if you could go visit that and bookmark it so that it's a regular thing, that'd be awesome for us.
Yeah, definitely.
We had a great time at St Leonard's. We're playing golf tomorrow, and we're not quite sure where yet, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, somewhere.
I've lost my 3-wood, so I'm back to just a driver again.
Yeah, if anyone finds a 3-wood floating around, let us know.
It's got the fat grip, so you should recognise it.
A lot of dents in it.
Yeah, there's a couple of little scuffs here and there.
Yeah. There'll be a few. It could be full of dirt from being thrown. Who knows?
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.